Yes, good afternoon. Lovely afternoon in Bermuda. I just want to really just welcome our senior women's team home after a tournament over in Jamaica. Another step in our evolution as we take women's football further and further. We had a good qualifying run, and then obviously in the finals, Caribbean finals, things got a bit tougher, but we're getting a better understanding of what we need to do and where we need to be. I'm going to hand it over to Coach and the birthday girl, who's going to speak on behalf of the players. Here you go, Coach.
Thank you. Yes, it's good to be back. As President said, tough tournament in Jamaica. We do know what it is that we need to work on, and we will begin to work on it. The biggest thing for us is just getting together those players that are looking, to represent the country and give everything that they have on and off the field, when we're in training and we're not in training, to make sure that they have the best showing for the country. So, we're in a regrouping phase. We're in the middle of our process, and as you all know, our 15s and 17s have done well. Our 20s did well last summer. So again, it's just moving up the pyramid, which is what our expectation was when we started this whole process. Jamaica had to do the same thing in regrouping and getting rid of some of the players and starting fresh. So, they're now at the top of their reign, and they're doing really, really well. So these tournaments, again, get our girls looked at so that they can go, into colleges and get looked at and seeing a few of the players that we played against are now going to be playing at PSG, playing for Roma. And so, it's also an aim for our girls. Representing Bermuda can get them seen to do more things. We could have qualified and we should have qualified, but there was a lack of a few things that we need to fix in this group and in this team in order to make sure that we receive medals and that we move on to the next rounds in tournaments.
Good afternoon. Obviously a little disappointed at the end results, but I'm proud of my teammates. We went out there, we played hard. Unfortunately, we didn't qualify for the next round, but we're very excited for the future. We've seen the younger girls do the thing, and we're looking forward to that.
With the evolution of the young girls getting into the seniors team, how much time do you think it's going to take for that step to, I guess, get a cohesive group going through? Because we've seen that progress already, and that's taken, what you say, it's been a fast track, but obviously the seniors, they don't play as much. So give us an estimated time.
Well, I don't think that group's far off. Once many of them turn 16, we'll be looking to blot them into this team. What we noticed with that group is that there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of cohesiveness among them off the field, which helps with playing on the field. We noticed that amongst the other teams over in Jamaica as well. Again, I will lead to the Jamaica team, a team that's based throughout the U.S. mostly, but when they're together, interviews that they had in Jamaica just talking about how they're friends, how they love each other, off the field as well, and that, they'll throw their body on the line for each other. And I think that that's what we see a lot among our younger players and among, some of the players within this group. And so it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for that. So I can't give it a time. Hopefully it's soon, because I don't see us being out of circuit another 4 years. I think that, the association are working at doing things so that we can continue to compete. And that's something that has to happen as well. A lot of the teams we played against, they have other competitions. It's a lot easier because they're the islands and they're among each other. So, jumping from islands to islands a little bit easier than coming to Bermuda or for us to travel. So, it's a lot of game preparation and, things that we probably needed to see or could have seen before we traveled. So having that insight to that younger group, we basically have seen some of the things that we need moving forward.
We've seen some headlines of a bit of, I guess, frustration from you yourself. We've seen it twice, contributing to certain lack of commitment, can you clear some of that up?
Well, the players will admit that themselves. It's discussions that we have among the players, and they'll say, that sometimes people gave up on us and we needed them to show up, and they will admit that, and they will take full responsibility. So again, it's just having the mentality to fight through some of the challenges that we're going to face in the games. And as much as we sat and we met and motivated and had positive talk, in training things looked really, really good in training, and we was like, yes, we're up for this. And then 5 or 10 minutes into the match got a little bit tough, and it's like but again, that comes with playing and being in these situations. We're not in those situations enough so that we can evaluate that. So that's behind my interviews with the newspaper and with the interviewers overseas, is that our girls have to be in these situations so that they can learn to play through these things and not give up.
Audio